In this video, we are going to look at the structures of the lumbar vertebrae, and we're also using this as our what are the generic vertebrae structures as well, because the lumbar vertebrae has all the generic structures on it. Now, this video rotates, but doesn't do a full rotation. It does about 15 degrees. You grab it and move it back and forth. If you press the play, it'll just bob back and forth. Hotspots for the landmarks. So that's a zoom in on the landmarks. So here is two typical lumbar vertebrae. All vertebrae except the atlas will have a body. The body varies in size. The lumbar here, it is supporting and a lot of weight, so it's going to have a nice, big, thick body. The cervical vertebrae are going to have a very small body because they're only supporting the weight of the head. So the vertebrae are going to have a body. Now, there's an arch coming off the body. So see that arch there? So there's an arch right here. And it's made up of two things. It's made up of a pedicle and a lamina. And those are really hard to label separately, so I just like calling this the vertebral arch. And that hole in the center is where the spinal cord goes. So this is the hole is the vertebral foramen. It is formed by the vertebral arch. Now, coming off of the arch are three processes. These go up to the lateral side. So they're called transverse processes. This one goes to the back, so it's called the spinous process. So this one's actually a cervical vertebrae. Smaller body, there's the arch right there. Process is going off this way. Our transverse processes, this one is the spinous process. How do I know that's the cervical? Well, the body is smaller. It has transverse foramen and has a very short, stubby spinous process and transverse process. So here are the transverse processes and the spinous process. So one more view, this is from the back. There's the body, there's the vertebral arch, so you can see the transverse processes and the spinous process. Now, on the side here are articulating processes and articulating facets. This one's on the superior side, so there's one there, there's one there. Let's zoom in. They are called superior articulating facets. They're on the superior articulating process, in case your teacher's teaching you that instead. And they articulate with the vertebrae above it. So this is the inferior articulating facet right there. So either the sacrum or another lumbar vertebrae is going to be articulating with this one. This is the superior articulating facet, so it's articulating with the inferior one here. This is the superior articulating facet. It'll be articulating with another lumbar vertebrae. Let's try that again. Here's the superior articulating facet right here. It is going to be articulating with either another lumbar or a thoracic. How do I know that's superior? Well, I use this joke in another video, but I think you're watching this one first. 7, 8, and 9. It would be 6, 8, and L if it was upside down. So that's how I know that side is up. Now, here's the transverse process. So there's the transverse process. And here's the spinous process. They're very stubby on a lumbar vertebrae. Lumbar vertebrae don't have that many muscles attaching to them. They're just big and stocky, and they have stubby transverse and spinous processes. And that's why this video actually doesn't rotate all the way around. That's sort of all the structures to see. Oh, the articulating processes, they're sort of angled a little bit compared to the other vertebrae. So look at the structures. Again, this is serving as our generic, these are the landmarks, as well as the lumbar vertebrae. Thank you.